3 former employees of the city of Margaret say they're pushing back after claiming that they were wrongfully fired from their jobs. But the mayor is disputing those claims. In a WVTM 13 exclusive, Aaron Llewellyn is taking a closer look at each of these cases for us tonight. Aaron, what are they saying is the root of all of this?
Yeah, Carla, the allegations from the former employees are pretty serious. They believe they were all fired within days of each other and replaced by white employees without a history of being written up. Now, the former employees I talked to said that being fired from their jobs created a lot of stress, from difficulty of having to find another job to being behind on bills and trying to figure out how to make ends meet. 3 former City of Margaret employees are accusing Matt Tortorisi of unjustly firing them. All 3 employees believe race played a role in their terminations.
You don't want this to happen to the next person. Because if they could do it to us, they could do it to anybody, right? So you want to shine light to this to make sure this never happens again. This is 2026. We shouldn't be going through this again, but we are.
Former Assistant Fire Chief Troy Nieves says he was fired for conduct unbecoming of a public employee in insubordination for wearing the Assistant Fire Chief uniform. Nieves says he was promoted to the position by the previous fire chief, but Tortorisi says there's no paper trail of the promotion.
Nothing in the personnel file, no proof other than some emails that were written after the fact to back up the claim.
The other 2 employees were fired from positions Tortorisi says are appointed by either the mayor or the city council. The first one, the city clerk. Tisha McIntyre says she was let go from her role because the mayor accused her of logging into a federal database to look up Tortorisi's criminal history, a claim she strongly denies.
Mayor Tortorisi made a profile. He made himself administrator on my computer, and he had two teacher profiles on my computer.
McIntyre says she believed Tortorisi used her account to look up his own profile.
I'm an IT guy, but I'm not a magician. I can't make searches from the previous July appear on a federal database. That's preposterous and just a stretch to try to prove innocence where the facts are clear. And that's why the computer has been kept, not been altered, and it's been put aside for evidence for when the case comes to light.
As for the other appointed position, former Police Chief Anthony Fields says he wasn't given a reason for why he was initially fired. It wasn't until he got a letter in the mail from the city attorney letting him know Tortorisi decided not to reappoint him to his position after his term expired. Fields says he filed a due process complaint and was supposed to have a hearing with the city council, but that never happened.
He sent me something saying that, well, he'll try to get with me in February. Well, that ain't how it worked. I was supposed to have that within 2 weeks. Even at that time in February, he had already appointed a chief and everything.
Tortorisi told me it's normal for a mayor to decide not to reappoint someone to their position if they were appointed by a former mayor. He says the city council can make that decision as well, which is what happened with Fields.
But council voted to not extend the current appointments. And so I just backing up council's decision and executing it. And again, it's my position to put someone in that interim position who I feel is good for the job. And so in one of the cases, that's what occurred.
Now, Mayor Tortorisi says the decisions to let the employees go was not based on race, but what work needed to be done. He believes these accusations don't benefit the city or the public. An attorney for the former employees says there could be a mediation hearing on July 6th. Tortorisi says the city is doing everything it can to comply.